Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters.
Welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. We're on Lake Erie, the walleye capital of the world.
Hey, hey, John Gillespie! Hey, John.
Just a big, beautiful fish.
Oh, is that awesome? Holy moly! Oh my God! It's a huge fish! It's a huge fish!
This is amazing.
Who do you got?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, folks, it's hard to believe. Today is March the 19th, and we're on a very calm Lake Erie off of Port Clinton, Ohio. And Mike, this is not too early to come out and catch walleyes, huh?
It's never too early to come catch walleyes on Lake Erie.
Can you do well this time of year?
Can be the best time of the year if you get good conditions like we have right now.
And you can do two things. You can jig and troll.
Correct. And jigging, if it's really nice, if you can get on them, it can be very effective, just like ice fishing, but you're in a boat.
So what are you expecting now? This is big walleye territory.
Yeah, if it's anything like last year ice fishing, then I am pumped.
Well, you got a shot at a 10-pounder here, which is pretty neat.
Wow, I can't wait.
So we'll start out jigging.
Start jigging, see what happens, and move to trolling later if we need to.
All right, hey folks, we'll show what we're using and how we're using it. All of that coming up right after this. Don't be afraid. This is your first time in 3 to 4 foot waves.
In big water, you want the reliability that Johnson Pump delivers. For over 50 years, Johnson Pump has been a leader in marine pump technology. Today in Rockford, Illinois, they continue to be the choice. They have the largest capacity range in the industry, and the cartridge pumps can be replaced in seconds, even on the water. Now that's Johnson Pump dependability. Johnson Pump also makes the most advanced aeration systems to keep your bait and fish alive.
Now that's a crappie.
Our AquaJet washdown system has the strongest PSI available to keep your boat clean. Johnson Pump, reliability on board.
You can't choose the weather, but you can choose to dress for it. Introducing Blackfish Performance Rain Gear. Utilizing patented eVent technology, this advanced membrane allows body heat and vapors to escape while offering 100% waterproof protection with an exceptional combination of waterproof and breathability ratings. Blackfish Rain Gear keeps you dry all day. Whether on the tournament trail or chasing weekend walleyes, choose Blackfish because you can't choose the weather.
The all-new Yamaha Wolverine X2. Purpose-built for exploring tight technical terrain. And boasting next-level versatility. No other side-by-side delivers this level of proven off-road performance. The all-new Wolverine X2 from Yamaha.
Hey, welcome back, folks. I'll tell you what a gorgeous evening in March out on Lake Erie. 37 degrees, not a breath of wind, the sun is shining. March 19th, this could be late April.
It's nicer than most days in late April.
Yeah, now we're gonna vertical jig, and I like to start out with a cast master, and that's a 3/4 ounce, Mike, and put a whole minnow on.
Whole minnow.
And what are you using there?
Hyper rattle.
And you put a minnow on that
Put
too.
a minnow on that too. You don't have to if they're getting real aggressive, but they like the scent and they like the taste, so it doesn't hurt anything.
Well, I got my buddy Brett Jolly, Captain Brett Jolly from the Bay of Green Bay with us today, so he's never been on Lake Erie. You gonna catch him a fish?
He should do good.
Hey, look at that, Brett Jolly. Ooh, look at that fish, Jolly. Wow, that is a, oh my gosh, Captain Mike, look at the size of that walleye there, buddy. That is awesome. Jolly, hold that up, buddy. What do you think of Lake Erie?
Pretty cool. This is my first time I've ever been here. That's a good first Lake Erie fish for me, I guess.
What were you jigging there?
Got a rip and wrap, just like I use out on Green Bay, and he ate it.
Now hold that one up, Mike. That's an unusually large fish, Mike?
No, that's just what we're catching for females. You'll get them in that size up to 10, 12 pounds.
I can't get over that. This is 2 seconds later, isn't it? Yeah, it is. 2 seconds later. Oh, let's see what we got here, Mikey. Another beautiful walleye. Now that's the eater size here on Lake Erie. We might even think about letting that one go back in Wisconsin. But Mike, maybe you can explain that to the folks about fishing on Lake Erie here. You keep everything, right?
Yeah, there's not a problem with keeping these bigger fish. We've got so many fish in the system. The biologists have told us that really our hatch isn't dependent on how many of these big fish versus the smaller walleyes make it up the river. It's how good our conditions are for the eggs to hatch.
Right, and you've had great hatches the last 3 years, and I hear there's more fish in the western basin of Lake Erie now than there was in the early 80s.
That's what they're saying. We've got more fish than we've ever had.
I mean, that's just phenomenal. What do you think there, Jolly?
Hey, I like it here.
Stop catching all the fish!
Stop catching all the fish there, Jolly. That is amazing. Ooh, there you go.
Another nice eater.
Now, see, Captain Mike, we bring a guy from the Bay of Green Bay, and he thinks he has Lake Erie all figured out, right?
Seems like he does.
Well, not too bad there, though. And what you're doing, Brett, is you're hitting bottom and bringing the vibrating up and let it go back down.
Yeah, I just hit bottom, yank it up about a foot, and then drop her down again.
Boy, that's the perfect eater walleye.
Yeah.
But again, you know, I should explain it a little bit further. What happens here on Lake Erie is the commercial guys have a quota, the sport fishermen have a quota.
Okay.
If the sport fishermen don't reach their annual quota, then that goes to the commercial guys. So the same number of fish are coming out each year. That's why we never feel guilty about catching fish on Erie. Is that the correct way?
That's the correct way. If we don't, we're allowed to keep so many, and if they decide that we're not keeping what we're allowed, they give it to the netters anyhow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't feel guilty, folks, and there's no possession limit. So you come down here for 5-6 days, you can keep 6 days limit,
Yeah,
right?
you can keep your limit every day that you fish.
And that's a nice deal. You can load up your freezer.
Yeah,
Will Jen be happy?
She will be very happy. She told me not to come home without a bunch of walleyes.
Okay, Mike, we caught a few fish jigging, but they seem to be really spread out. So another technique for this time of year is trolling, right?
Slow troll them with stick baits.
And you go about 1.2, 1.3 miles an hour?
The slow is 1 up to 1.3.
Okay, but speed is important.
It has to be slow.
Let's talk about baits. This is a Livingston jerkbait, and what you're doing is putting a weight to get it down, but this has electronic bait sounds to it. You like that?
I like sound, I like scent. It all helps. The sound should help a lot.
So what you'll do with this Livingston then is spray it down with bait mate, really?
Put some bait mate on, give it all the factors. They can hear it, they can smell it, they grab a hold of it, they taste it, yeah.
So scent is important.
Also, yes.
Well, Jolly, you got the first bite of the day. Does this feel pretty good?
Yeah, it feels like a pretty good fish.
All right, I'll tell you what, this trolling deal, those fish were so spread out yesterday.
Yeah.
This is the way to do it, right?
Well, yeah, if you want to cover water and, find the fish and catch the active ones, this is the way to do it.
Okay. Oh, there's a way to start the day there, buddy. That is a big old walleye, Jolly. Now, Mike, that is what, about a 23, 24 incher?
Yeah, 24-inch, nice fish.
And that's the way to start the day,
good
though,
average
buddy.
eater, yeah.
Now, your buddies that were trolled yesterday got a lot of fish.
They really whacked them trolling. That's why we're trying her today.
They got 28?
28 by the time we were out yesterday at 2 o'clock.
Wow.
All right!
Okay, Blake's turn. All right. Now, you never know out here on Lake Erie. This could be a real big fish or it could be an eater, but this time of year, you got a shot at real big ones.
Ooh, I'm excited. I'm just happy to be reeling in a fish.
Okay, now keep your rod tip up and don't pump, right, Jolly?
Yep, just nice and easy. Keep your rod tip up.
Oh! What do you mean, an eater?
That is an eater here.
That's an eater in Lake Erie, but that's an awful big fish there.
Awesome!
Wait till you see the weight on this fish, Blake. It's a fatty.
I can't wait to hold it.
It is a fatty. Look at this, man. Oh, hand that to Blake now. Blake likes to hold up her own fish.
Always.
And boy, how do you? That's a fatso, isn't it?
This is awesome. Seriously, this is one of a kind of fishing.
Now, what does that fish weigh, Mike?
That'll go 8.
That'll go 8 pounds. And that's what they call a pre-spawn walleye. That's a female. You can tell by the width on the bottom there. And 36-degree water temps today, so those fish will start going around 41, 42 degrees. Is that when they spawn?
Start spawning, yeah. They're just staged up here waiting to go up on the rocks and drop their eggs.
Now, Mike, will you be guiding out here?
Yeah, here for the next, not next week, I'll be in Cuba, but the week after I'll be here for a week and a half. Then we're going to be heading south.
Oh, Blake. hey, Mike, it's nice to have an automatic reeler in.
Absolutely.
You know, Blake loves to catch fish, and
Hey, it's a good workout.
it is a good workout. Boy, did this wind lay down, huh?
Clear flat. It's nice.
Now, does that matter to the fish when it gets glass?
Sometimes a little bit of wind helps them, but this morning it didn't seem to. It's going to warm up a little bit here.
Oh, that is a frying pan. That is a perfect eater-sized fish right there. And a lot of people, Mike, ask about this, if we can zoom in and take a look at this fish. You know, these growths that are on the fish, those are called cold water virus, right? It's
Cold water warts.
Yeah, and it does nothing to the meat at all.
No, it doesn't affect them. It's not a Davis-Bessie aftermath or anything like that.
Yeah, right. And we have those on the Bay of Green Bay like that too, but they just go away and don't worry about eating them, right,
Nope.
Blake?
Yeah. Well, I have a question.
Yes.
So, do colors matter with these baits?
Every fish so far has been on green
I was
today.
gonna say
so we're
I've been
switching.
seeing green every time.
Yep.
You just take a cast.
I didn't even cast. I just dropped it to the bottom and caught one.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You have been red hot on this trip. You know, Mike, is that weird that he's casting while we're trolling?
Hey, it works.
All right, buddy. There you go. Hey, Mike, what do you think of your customer, Brett Jolly, who is also a captain, obviously, casting while you're trying to troll?
Hey, it's pulling fish.
No, but you just mentioned on the Humminbird that you've seen more fish on the bottom?
Yeah, they
marked
were
it. They
laying
were
tight to the
stacked.
bottom, so I just for the heck of it, I picked up a rod and dropped it off the back and caught a walleye.
And how long did that take?
About 15 seconds.
Yeah, right. Hey, our brand new AMSOIL fishing report is out right now, folks. It's a great report.
Yeah, it's great. You get information from the guys all over the country, up to date, right now bites that are going on all over the Midwest.
And this is the time of year, folks, where you need the information for ice out, high water, etc., and what is biting. Just go to amsoil.com/MFR. We were fishing Lake Erie out of Port Clinton, Ohio, a 5.5-hour drive from Milwaukee, 4.5 hours from Chicago, and 13 hours from Minneapolis.
No matter what you're chasing on the ice this winter, Acme Tackle has you covered. From the innovative Hyper Glide and Hyper Rattle series to legendary Castmaster, Rattle Master, and Sidewinder spoons, or the all-new professional grade tungsten series, Acme Tackle has what you need. Visit acmetackle.com to check out our full product assortment. Acme Tackle rattles louder, glides further, and glows brighter. Get hooked up with Acme Tackle.
The Fleet Farm Sports and Outdoor Show, April 5th and 6th. Get one-time show-only deals. Hear from the pros. Joe Bucher, Ralph and Vicky Ciancerulo, Troy Linder, Ryan Foster, Jeff Nectarline, and more. Don't miss live music by Colt Ford Saturday. The Sports and Outdoor Show, April 5th and 6th. Hurry into Fleet Farm for a free ticket with an exclusive $10 coupon. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
I go to Fleet Farm every week to find the hot new deals. Here's what I found this week.
20% off all Flambeau turkey decoys starting at just $27.99. But wait, also an Abu Garcia spinning reel on sale for only $24.99. Now those are some hot buys.
All right, another one, Dad.
Yeah, we're jigging. Jolly and I are jigging while you guys are trolling.
Yeah.
Kind of a fun way to do it, isn't it, Michael?
It is.
And with a nice day like this, you can't complain.
No, you get a day like this in March, man, when she's flat calm on Lake Erie.
Yeah, that's not...
You're living right, Mike?
Absolutely.
Hey, Mike, now what happens in the next 2 weeks? These fish get more active?
Get more active, move up closer to the reefs and the hard sandbars where they spawn, and the females will get away from the bottom and start suspending until they're ready to lay eggs, because the males are going to get real excited and bother them a lot.
Yeah. How does that one feel, Blake?
I'm getting tired.
Well, you can't get tired. Your job is to lay down in the boat and relax until a fish bites. Well, we turn the camera off for a minute or two. How you holding up?
Seems like 5 hours.
Okay, well, here she comes. Okay, Blake, all that reeling's going to pay off with a giant walleye. That's a beautiful fish.
That is beautiful.
But it's pretty amazing, Blake, when you think about it, how those fish fight, you know?
Oh, yeah, that was... I don't know, it's like this part of my arm. I was gonna give up.
No, you got a lot more fish to reel in, doesn't she, Mike?
Oh yeah, we got some more to go.
Hey, it's worth it.
Oh, and what is that, Mike, about a 4-pounder?
Oh, it's better than 4.
Is it about 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow. And you know the good news, you guys, Mike and I were talking last night, the hatches on Lake Erie the last couple of years have been phenomenal.
Oh, really?
And when I lived in Toledo in the early 80s, they estimated 80 million walleyes in the Western Basin. Now, Mike, what are they talking now for
I've heard numbers of plus over 100 million.
Over 100 million
Wow,
walleyes.
that's
So
incredible.
the walleye fishing here is going to be great for a long time. And come back here in 3 years, you're going to be catching 24-inch males.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
That's insane.
This is basically about 3 minutes later.
Yeah, I actually saw this board move.
Well, and you've had a chance to rest your arm a bit, right?
Yep, but my bicep is really getting strong.
No, I'll tell you what, folks, if you want to come out and enjoy some Lake Erie walleye fishing over the next couple of weeks, trolling bite will last for a long time, but the jigging bite really, really gets going, Michael, in April, right?
All of April.
And that's hair jigs and rip jigging.
Yep.
And that's phenomenal, right?
Best jig fishing of the year.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's check here on Blakey. How you doing there?
Better than last time.
No, I know. Well,
I
maybe
think I'm getting used to it.
it might not be that as big as the last one.
Hey, you never know though.
Yeah, I know. That's a nice fish though, Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, not huge. But you know what was amazing today, Mike? Seriously, was the key today was slowing that boat down. We're barely moving.
Yeah, 1 mile an hour, 1.1.
And we weren't catching them going 1-2, were we?
Well, 1-3, they didn't want it for sure. As soon as we slowed down to 1, we picked a few here real quick.
You know, and one thing, here, hold them up, Blake. Yeah, that's a nice fish. One thing I love about out here on Lake Erie, everybody helps each other, you know. Michael will call a buddy and say, how you doing? And, try this area. And the schools are so big that it doesn't hurt to have another boat come over.
What if it was windy out? Does that affect the trolling?
Oh yeah, that sometimes Mike says you can only go with the waves when it's really
Okay.
wavy, but sometimes the fishing's better when you've got some wind too.
And sometimes they only want to bite it one way. You'll troll with them for a while and not catch any. You troll into them and they'll all bite. So the
Yeah,
current
you bet.
changes.
Okay, Michael, it's my turn, buddy.
Good.
Give Blake. Ooh, feels like a pretty good fish. I had to give Blake a break there. Another nice eater-sized walleye coming in there. Nicely done, Michael. Perfect eating size fish, and the growth rate on Lake Erie is phenomenal. Isn't
Really
it?
good.
How long does it take your fish to get to be 15
2
inches?
years.
2
2-year-old fish
years.
is a keeper.
And for example, folks, in northern Wisconsin, it'll take a walleye 4 or 5 years to get 15 inches.
Right. Yeah, they grow fast here.
Yeah, and that's about a 17,
18 incher.
Yeah. Hey there, Jollaroo! You picked that up pretty quick, didn't you?
Well, we were on a turn and I just saw it starting to dip, so I dropped my jigging rod and grabbed it.
Now you do a lot of trolling on Green Bay. A lot of times they'll hit on that turn, won't
Oh
they?
yeah, the turns are really important. It speeds up your bait, slows your bait down, and makes them bite.
Are you having a nice day?
This is a beautiful day.
Do you like being guided?
I love it. I don't have to do anything except catch fish.
Oh, that's a nice fish, though. Look at that. That is a big fish. That is a big fish, guys. Hold that one up. That's a beautiful fish. And Mike, if you can stand next to Brett for a second, I'd appreciate it. That's gorgeous. Now, what's that one, Mike?
That's getting up there. That's getting up
7?
there. Oh, he's over 7. What do you think he weighs, Brett?
That's probably
8.5.
8.5, 9 maybe.
Yeah.
So Jolly and I are
Another
having
one on
a
that board.
Johnsonville for
Yeah, we're
dinner
dragging.
last night, folks.
I think we're dragging 2 out there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Well, hold on
we
a
got
second.
2 on out there.
Okay, you grab that one, Blake. Grab that one, Blake. Okay. Hey, now they're going, folks. Now they're going.
Ooh, this feels good. This
Oh,
feels
that
good.
one buried
This
the
feels
board
good.
there for a second, Blake.
Ooh,
Oh,
now
we
they're
got a double going here. Jolly's so fast, he just put that 7-pounder down and grabbed another rod. Blake's is getting close. We're going to take Blake's first. How you,
That fish is
seriously?
That's
I'm
like
having a
9.
blast, John. This is great.
Lake Erie is something else.
This is pretty cool.
Oh, Michael. Holy moly. That is 2 giants. That's 2 giants. Oh my gosh. Well, this is incredible.
That's
Jolly's got
way
another
over
one
10.
coming in. Oh, and then a little leader to top it off. What an incredible 2 minutes of fishing there, man. We're gonna hold up these 2
I'm
big
hiding
fish.
mine.
All right, you hold up yours there, Blake.
Ready?
Jolly
1,
caught
2,
those
3.
2. Whoa, man, look at that. Yeah, do a side hold like that, you guys. Now, Michael, give me a weight on this one, buddy.
It's over 10.
That's over 10 pounds, and that's about 9 pounds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Isn't that something?
That's pretty amazing.
Blake.
That happened in like what, 10 seconds?
Yeah, I know, but you know,
They're
that's
dragging one out there.
one there too.
we got another one on. All right, let's let the captain reel one in. All right, Captain.
We're not gonna have any rods in the
Don't
water.
put those away yet, guys. We got to get a picture of all 4 of these. How's this one feel, Captain?
It's neater.
Folks, that is 4 walleyes in about 35 seconds. You know, this is why I love coming to Lake Erie, because this lake can give you so much in such a short period of time.
It just takes a good pot of fish.
And you know, it was kind of cool, this run that we're doing here. You're going to go right back over that.
We're gonna U-turn right on it.
What do you think? That, Blake, that is your biggest ever?
Ever.
Yep.
And I'm speechless.
Well, today I cooked one of my favorites, which are the Johnsonville Better with Cheddars. They're super easy because they're pre-cooked and they're stuffed with Wisconsin cheddar cheese. So since they're pre-cooked, it only takes about 10 minutes on the grill. Premium pork sausage. Take a bite.
That is juicy and delicious.
You taste the cheddar cheese?
Oh yeah.
All right. Johnsonville Better with Cheddars. Get them at your favorite retailer today.
Folks, these are some unbelievable deals you just got to check out. Right now, Recon has 5 pro staff boats for sale. The Recon is the best hull I've ever run. Here's the skinny. Very low hours, lifetime boat warranty, transferable engine warranty. The Recons also come with multiple helix locators, a 15 horsepower Evinrude kicker, a 12-foot Talon, and a Minn Kota Altera with iPilot Link. These Recons are priced well below retail, and again, they're just lightly used. Financing and monthly payments are available. This is a great opportunity to get in the boat of your dreams and get $250 worth of Recon gear with your purchase. Go to reconboats.com. Folks, when I head out to fish, I always stock up on my favorite Baitmate fish attractants. Dale, I just put that Baitmate on, man. Baitmate offers a complete line of fish attractants and convenient spray bottles for every angler and every species of fish. They've got your bait covered. I also have the newest Baitmate delivery system in my boat, Baitmate Ultra Live Game Fish Dip. Simply flip open the lid and dip your bait for even application every time, and it's ideal for frequent casting. I just dipped that in the Baitmate, you know that? Improve your chances of catching fish with Baitmate fish attractants. It just makes sense.
In addition to the Ice Helix 5 and 7 family, there's a new model, the all-season model, that comes complete with everything you need for ice fishing and for open water fishing. In addition to your ice fishing shuttle that comes with a battery and a floating transducer will come a summer transducer along with a power cord and a gimbal mount for your time in the boat. The Ice Helix 7 for 2019 also has networking capabilities, so when you're on the boat in summer, you can take advantages of iPilot Link, 360 imaging, and data sharing across your network, getting more out of your unit from winter to summer.
All right, got another one.
I just caught one jigging in the front of the boat. We're going so slow, folks. I can jig up here, and we're trolling, and Blake's got it. That looks like it might be a bigger one, Michael. What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, it's looking good.
Yeah, it feels good.
That one's is way out there.
Oh, I know.
You're going to sleep all the night, Blake.
Oh, yeah, right when we get in the truck.
Oh, let's see what we got here. Let's see.
back up now, back
another
up.
beautiful walleye. There's a nice fish there, guys. And, oh, nice job.
There's another one for her.
Oh, yeah.
There's another 10 for you.
Oh, you know, casual.
Look at that.
Wow, that is insane. Wow.
So Blake's
Look at
got
the
two
belly.
10-pounders today,
Two
Mike?
10-pounders. They're just blowed out.
Yummy.
No, that is incredible, Mike. And this is what people can experience here on Erie.
Especially springtime like this when they're moving up to spawn. The summer's great fishing too, but the spring and fall we get these big fish.
Hold them out, Blake.
Wow, that is unreal. So cool.
It's now time to announce this week's winners of the Fleet Farm, John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2019 Fishing Contest.
Rick Vorpagel of Kenosha caught this 43-inch northern on Lake of the Woods on a sucker. Tony Burton of New London caught this 22-inch smallmouth bass on the Wolf River on a jig and minnow. Cindy Rick of Fond du Lac caught this 15-inch crappie on Lake Poygan on a spike. Jody Bauer of Savage, Minnesota caught this 29-inch walleye on South Long Lake on a shiner. And this week's kids winners are Bradley Swager of Stillwater, Minnesota caught this 30-inch northern on Lake Cameron on a sucker. And Madison Borgenquast of Kaukauna caught this 29-inch walleye on the Wolf River on a shiner. Breaking news from Fleet Farm. If you buy an Ugly Stick or an Ugly Stick GX2 combo for just $49.95, you get a free Ugly Stick t-shirt. All you got to do is mail in for one.
This is so fast fishing.
Oh, I'm jigging up here. You're catching another fish back there?
Yeah, it's non-stop.
I know it is. Well, we turned that camera off for a few minutes. Blake, you're not going to have to go to the gym tomorrow.
I know. I'm still going to.
Okay. Ooh, keep her coming, Blake.
Oh, it's your horse.
Oh my gosh,
It's your horse.
it's a horse! Don't lose him, Jolly! Jolly, no! Oh gosh! Oh my gosh, this Blake is an absolute monstrosity! Blake, this is
huge.
giant! This is one of the biggest walleyes we've ever had on the show!
13 or 14 pounds.
14 pounds? Oh my gosh! Blake!
The hooks are still in there. Watch the rod.
Oh my gosh! Hey, Blake, that's the biggest walleye I've ever had in the boat, ever, in 28 years.
And I almost knocked it off.
Oh, no, that is awesome.
And you go, if she ever gets it in.
Oh my gosh! Actually, let's turn the camera off. Take a second here, folks. We're gonna get organized and show you this fish. Biggest walleye we've ever caught on our show, Michael.
It's going to be close to 14 there.
That is going to be a 14-pounder. Well, let's call it between 13 and 14 pounds. That's fair. And that thing is just a giant. Blake, you can fish the rest of your life and never see one like that again.
This is unreal.
So you got two 10-pounders today and a 14-pounder. That would be 24, no wait, 34 pounds of walleyes on 3 fish. Now, and this time of year, that is not common, but that's...
You got a chance every day.
You got
right
a
now.
chance. And when we come back in December and troll, we got a chance for these again.
too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Blake, that is just marvelous. Really is.
This is incredible.
I'm very proud of you. One more
thank
time.
you.
Look at that. Captain Mike Patterson charters on Lake Erie on a daily basis. For more information, give Mike a call. That phone number is 419-308-6925. 308-6925.
The future of boating is here. Now, get all the thrilling performance of an Evinrude E-Tech G2 in the new 150, 175, and 200 horsepower.
Bass fishing's fun, but half of these tournaments is like a boat race, trying to beat everybody down the lake. And with that Evinrude E-Tech G2, it's like driving a Corvette. That thing is passing everybody.
All the best-in-class torque of the Evinrude E-Tech G2 is now available from 150 to 300 horsepower.
This is a whole other level. The G2 is awesome.
To learn more, visit evinrude.com.
And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know where we're going to fish at. We'll find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm John Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.